Alright class, you should only be starting this video if you have already gotten the initials from Mr. P and finished the corresponding part in the packet. So make sure you do that before you start this video. So here's a central question. How can we use the substitution method to solve linear systems? And if you remember from Ms. Perez's class, I think about a couple weeks ago, the substitution method is just as it says. It's when you substitute one equation into the other. So let's go into an example so I can explain exactly what it is. So here's our first example. Use the substitution method to find a solution to the following system of equations. Now, let me label this before I start my work. This one could be equation 1. This one, I'm going to call it equation 2. Now, how do I do this? Well, first step in the substitution method would be solve for a variable. Now, looking at this, which variable would you think would be the easiest to solve? We have 4 versions. We have 3x, we have the y, we have the 12x, and a 2y. Which one would be the easiest? Now, if you guess y, you're correct. I think it's y. You might actually think it's something else, but all you have to do to get y by itself is to get the 3x over here. If you want to, let's say, get the 12x by itself, you want to get the 2y over here and then divide it by 12 and do all this math. Mathematicians are lazy. You always want to find the shortcut. So, let's rewrite number 1. Solve for a variable, and this is going to solve for y. So 3x plus y equals 18. What can you do to get y by itself? You want to get the 3x to the other side of the fence. Y equals negative 3x plus 18. Now the second step, let me scoot this up a little bit more, would be to substitute. In this case, we're going to substitute what we found in step 1, which is our new equation 1, even though it's not really new, into the equation we haven't used yet, which would be equation 2. So let me show you what I mean by that. If I write equation 2 down, it's 12x plus 2y equals 60. Now, we just found out this y over here. We know that y is equal to negative 3x plus 18. So all we have to do is substitute that in. So you get 12x plus 2 times all of this over here, which would be negative 3x plus 18 equals 60. Now if we keep going, if you distribute, you get into this one and into this one, you get 12x plus 2 times negative 3 would be negative 6x. So I could actually erase this one over here, so minus 6x plus 2 times 18, which is 36, equals 60. Here's where all the fun math stuff comes up. You could get a minus 36 over here, minus 36 over here. So you're going to get 12x minus 6x equals 24. Again, please use a calculator because this is going to get really math heavy. 12x minus 6x, it's 12 of something minus 6 of something, you get 6x equals 24, or x equals 4. So we found our x. Remember last time we did it using graphing? We can find our x and our y. Now, very, very, very similar to what we did before. Let me just scoot this all up. Step number 3 would be solve for the other variable. So solve for, in this case, it would be y. Now here's the cool part. If we go back up here, we have these 2 equations. You can actually plug it into either one of them. I'm going to plug into the first one because the first one it looks simpler. So let me write it down again. So equation 1 would be, let me scoot up, 3x plus y equals, who remembers what it equals? 18. So we know x equals 4, so let's plug that in. 3 times 4, remember this 4 comes down here, plus y equals 18. What's 3 times 4? 3 times 4 is 12, plus y equals 18. Subtract 12, get y equals 6. And that's our points. Let me scoot it down a little bit. So our solution would be 4, 6. Now remember, we're not done. I'm not going to continue, but I'm going to stop here. The step you want to do after this would be the final step, check your work. Check your solution. All you have to do is plug it in, so go ahead and do that by yourself. Make sure you check your solution, because I could have given you the wrong problem. You're never going to know if you check the solution. So again, the solution is x equals 4, y equals 6.